I now know how to pick up women at a bar. I know a lot of y'all are probably surprised by that, and I'm going to explain. But before I do, welcome back, everybody, to the Random PM podcast. I hope you're having a great day. Now, it has been a minute since I've uploaded, and the reason for that is the editing software that I use. I only get a certain amount of credits for the month, and I ran out of them. I didn't realize I had so little, but your boy did get some money, so I paid. Now that's the thing. I'm now paying to do this. So all I ask of you, leave a review if you like it, leave a comment. If you know somebody who you think is gonna like it, then hey, share it to them. It really helps out. We're doing pretty good number wise, so hopefully, we can see the trend going up. But y'all don't really care about that. You want to get into how I can pick up women at a bar. Now, here's the thing before we get into that, I want to tell a story about my first concert. And you might be like, how does that relate to picking up women in a bar? Well, it doesn't. But this past weekend, when I had my heat stroke, I actually ripped my pants. Now, this isn't the first time I've done it. In fact, I've ripped more pair of pants than I can count on one hand, but I think this time was probably one of the more embarrassing times. So let me paint the picture for you. One of my favorite artists, his name is NF. Okay, I know a lot of y'all are like, ooh, emo, Christian rap, whatever. I'm gonna have to disagree. Whatever he got going on right now is a lot better than the Manish Badi, whatever Drake got going on, but that's beside the point. So he decided for his Hope tour, he was gonna do a concert. Now the concert was in Dallas. So me and Water Rock, we were like, oh heck yeah, we're gonna go to that. So on the day of the concert, we drove up there, had a nice meal, nice hotel, blah blah blah. I packed some clothes. Now here's the thing. I packed a really tight pair of jeans and some comfortable shorts. Now here was my thought process. What if I'm at the concert and a very attractive woman comes up to me and was like, oh, I said women like it was going to be multiple. But what if one came up to me and was like, hey man, you're handsome and I like those jeans. Imagine if I was wearing shorts. He probably would have walked up and been like, sorry, I don't date guys who wear shorts. It's not manly. And I know that might be pick me activity, but that's just how it is. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and wear these tight jeans. So here's the thing. My friend's mom drives a Jeep, and you have to put your leg up there a little bit to get in and out of the car. Well, for some reason, here's the thing about my friend, okay? They like to get to events early. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but there was definitely something wrong with that this time. So we get to the concert early. I'm wearing the tight jeans, and I go to get out of the car. All of a sudden, I hear the loudest rip I've probably heard in my entire life. Now, I'm already out the car, and I'm thinking, okay, I heard the rip. Maybe it's not that bad. Maybe it was just, a little hole. I go to feel, and it is nothing but pure skin. So I start to panic a little bit. I'm like, oh, I'm cooked. Is NF gonna see my underwear? Oh, brother, what's going on right now? So I go to look, and the hole right now is big, but manageable if I keep my legs kind of shut together. So that's what I do. I'm kind of doing like a hobble, I don't know how to explain it, like a duck walk, I guess, to the line to wait to get into the venue. Here's my thinking. I'm thinking, okay, if I can get to the merch booth or the merch stand, then maybe they'll have some shorts and I'll be fine. So we're waiting in line, I'm kind of laughing about it. Now at this point, I haven't told my friend yet because that's embarrassing, one. And two, I mean, I'm a grown man. I'm a thug. I should be able to handle this. So we're waiting in line and then we're able to move and we get into the actual venue itself. So we head straight to the merch booth. And I'm looking around. I'm like, okay, I'm seeing hoodies, long sleeves. I'm not seeing any pants or shorts. So that's when I'm like, oh, brother, I don't know what to do right now. So I go ahead and I buy a shirt and I head to the bathroom. Now, by this time, the hole has gotten pretty big. It's getting pretty hard to hide. So I take off the shirt that I wore to the concert and I put the other one on. And I kind of, again, I duck walk to our seats. Now, here's the beautiful thing about that. We were sitting down, so it was a lot easier to to hide the hole in my pants. But here's the thing. The concert was about to start. So everybody starts standing up. And I'm like, oh, crap. People are going to see this hole in my pants. Now, it was dark inside, so I don't know how good of a look they would have got, but my bright idea was to take the shirt that I had brought to the concert and tuck it in the front of my pants and act like it was a new trend, like I was starting something. So I do that, and then actually the rest of the concert was fine. It was great. The music was great. The environment was great. I'm glad that I was able to go and everybody, just being around people who like the same music as you. It was a unique experience, and I hope to go to another concert again. Here's where the problem arose. I don't know if I was dancing too hard or if I was singing a little bit too much, but that hole grew. You know how they say the Grinch's heart grew 3 times that day? Well, the pant size hole grew 3 times during that concert. So I go to get up and I'm like, oh wow, that hole is now down to my knees. So I'm walking, but not only is it down to my knees, but now it's starting to spread around the back of my leg to where you might see something you don't want to see. So I'm like, okay, we got to get out of here. But the thing is, everybody is leaving this concert at one time. So I have the shirt tucked in the front. I'm doing like the crip walk, trying to hide the hole in my pants. And I don't know if one point I was like, you know what, I don't care anymore or what. But eventually I just started walking normal, like, hey, people are going to see what I don't want them to see. And I don't know what to do about it. Anyway, the real problem showed up when my friend's mom came and picked us up and we went to the hotel. By this point, I wasn't wearing pants anymore. I don't even know what I had on my body. A lot of me was exposed. And so what we had to do is my friend had to kind of, he would walk ahead and be like, okay, the coast is clear. And I would be able to walk and somebody had to stand behind me. And it was a whole big mess. It was so embarrassing. I know probably the lady at the front saw my underwear. I know probably the homeless dude in front of the hotel saw my underwear. It was a whole mess. And all of that could have been avoided had I just worn the shorts that I brought. So yeah, that sucked having no pants on my first concert, but it was cool. But recently, I went to my first happy hour. My coworkers have been begging me to go, so I was like, you know what? I don't have an excuse. I'll go. I'll have one responsible drink and we'll be fine. So I show up, and obviously, as you know, I'm a responsible guy, so I only had one responsible drink, is what I'm going to tell in the story. But we end up getting into the conversation of me picking up women. Now, here's the thing, I'm chopped. Okay, I know that might be pick me activity, but I'm chopped. Okay, I'm not the best looking guy. Now, I am working on it. In fact, by the time this episode drops, I could be down 50 pounds, so we are working on it. But I lack a thing called confidants. Now, if you know my history with women, you can kind of understand where I'm coming from. But luckily, the group came together to try to give me advice. Now, at the time, the advice sounded pretty good, but I need to break it down. They were telling me, okay, say I'm at a bar and I see a girl. I'm supposed to approach her and be like, hey, oh, you're beautiful. Maybe that's not what they told me to say, but hey, how are you? What are you drinking? Can I buy you a drink? Now, here's the first problem with that. I know if I went to that if I went to that bar, I probably have a crisps 20 in the PayPal. So what if she goes, hey, I'm drinking Bud Light and it's 40 bucks. Then I'm cooked. Then I look like a fool because that card is about to decline. And now I offer to pay for a drink I can't afford. So now she's probably going to think I'm a broke boy. But say the drink is cheap, right? What do I do after that? Like, I'm tired of asking women their favorite colors. I've done it so many times, I'm over it. Like, how do I carry that conversation? What am I supposed to ask? Oh, what are you doing here? Well, she's probably there for the same reason that I'm there, so that feels like a dumb question to ask. Now, I could get to know her a little bit, but then what happens after that? Do I get the gram? Do I get the Instagram? Do I get her number? Do I go offer to meet her family that night? Like, I'm not sure what to do. Now, some people did have good advice, especially when it came to the first date. The first date doesn't have to be expensive. It can be cheap. It can be somewhere, like a picnic or something, which I do vibe with. Because here's the thing, I don't want to be used as a free meal ticket. In fact, if I'm on a date with a girl and halfway through, I think you're using me for a meal ticket, I'm going to have to send you that invoice. And no, I'm not going to feel bad about it. So I was given some good advice, but I think I need to actually put it in practice. The most recent practice I've had was out of Burlington, which I think I flirted pretty well. I asked her if she shopped there often, and she was like, "Yeah." Then I checked out and went on about my day. And that's pretty good. I knew that she'll be there often, and who knows, maybe one time when I show up, she'll be there again. But I don't know. If you have some dating advice that you want to give to me, leave it in the comments. But I did have a fun time. I got to try drinks I've never had before. Probably, drinks. I had one drink that I've never tried before, and it was pretty good. But yeah, that's all I have for this one. If y'all have any ideas you want to see or you want to be a guest on the show, let me know. You can follow me on Instagram if you want to talk to me. I know not many people do, but again, that might be pick me activity. But if you want to talk to me, you can add me on Instagram. More episodes will come. Like I said, if you like it, leave a review, share it with a friend, leave a comment, anything so I know that you're enjoying. But yeah, that's going to wrap this one up. But you know the drill, man. Get with the program and stay random.